Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Sold! Exclamation point. So we got our sales were kind of okay yesterday after we did the video. I don't have a big story about it, but so let's get into it. First up, Robert Brooks autograph 8x10, 24. I've shown these before. These are playing cards. These are called the crooked decks. They actually look like that. They have these weird die cut things. These are mostly like Magic playing cards, even though there's nothing, magic trick about them. I sell them in lots of 2 because they're in red and blue. So I sell a lot of 2, 1 red, 1 blue. Somebody bought 2 lots. 25 for those 4. Variation listings. 2018 Chrome. I've made multiple sales off this variation listing. These are 4 cards that are either $1 or $2. Very easy to list. $12 sale for something where if I just had these 4 cards, I wouldn't even have taken the time to list them. So, variation listings. Next up, we got a 1982 calendar. Has Billy Sims on the cover. I had 12, 14, 15 with different covers on it. This is my last one. So in terms of sell-through rate, they all sold. Yay! But mostly I was getting $10 a piece for them. But this one I got 10 to 15. This one I got 14 for. Sold a couple Homer Hankies. One was from the 2008 playoff, and one was from the 1988 playoff run. Just as great in 88. Homer Hankies are not a bolo. Do not be on the lookout for Homer Hankies. They're very cheap. These sold for $3 a piece. I would not have listed them had I just had one, but not only did I have a large number of different ones from different years and different playoffs, but I had multiples of them as well. So the listing to list, I don't know how many I had, maybe 15, 20. But to do that listing took 5-6 minutes, and at $3, it's up to $60 in revenue. It was worth the time it took to list. So this was a $10 sale for the 2 Homer Hankies. And what's also cool about variation listings is that, sometimes we try to lot items together, but it's impossible to guess what lot is the most attractive to a customer. So this guy bought an 08 and 88. I don't know if I would have ever put those 2 together. I might have put an 87 and an 88 together, or an 87 and 91, or an 09 and when was the first time we did that? 03 together. By doing the variation listing, somebody can make their own lot, and that's one of the real values of those variation listings. You don't have to guess as to which lot a customer is going to want. Wrestling. Sold another wrestling item. 29. This one is pretty cool. It's 2007, so it's over 10 years old. It's a national championship hat. So it's rather collectible from that end. But I really do like wrestling items. They tend to sell pretty well, and you seem to get a little bit more money for them due to rarity. You're not going to find them very often. So I say if you see wrestling, and I don't mean WWF, I don't mean like, I'll see you next Saturday night, and me and you in the ring. I'm not talking about that wrestling. I'm talking about ear protection and singlets, I think they're called. Tight. That kind of wrestling. I think it just has to do with a lower amount of availability and the fact that there's a lot of people into wrestling. This was a Duelist Magazine. I think I got maybe 8 or 9 of them from a client. I didn't really want to list them. They weren't worth a whole lot. They've sold okay, but you know, $10. So I didn't see any of the ones I had that were really worth a lot. So I would stay away from Duelist Magazine, unless you're, you know, pretty close to free on it. But yeah, Duelist Magazine is not a big deal. Okay, so that was 10, and then I just have tickets. So I did a listing yesterday. It was about 70. It was a variation listing for Maryland Terrapin basketball ticket stubs. 3,400 tickets. Lots of doubles. We're talking. I had up to 100 of a game. Took me about an hour. So you know, I need to make a decent number of sales from this listing, but I don't have to sell 3,400 of them. If I sell 100, totally worth my time. I'll make about $100. My client will make a couple $100. That, you know, $100 in fees for an hour of work, totally worth doing. So we sold one against Michigan State. That went for 8, and then we sold a lot of 6 Terrapins for 5. I'm gonna have to double check that I didn't actually sell 6. So gotta make sure I got them all. So these 5, all different games, all different opponents. 28 for those. So I wrote down 6, so now I'm curious. Maybe I didn't pull one that I was supposed to. So I'll double check that before I ship it out, because the last thing I want to do is short my customer a ticket. And I'm being completely selfish here, because then I got to send them the ticket I'm missing for free, and pay an extra shipping charge, which I'm not really interested in doing. So double check if in doubt. Every once in a while, like, I'll package something up and I'll go, oh, wait a second, what did I just package up? It is worth wasting 5 cents on the poly bag that you got to cut back up to make sure you got the right item. Okay, so this came in that last consignment lot. This is weird. This is just weird. It's got a USA tag on it, but I don't think this was designed by USA Golf. I think it's like a hoodie shell, and then somebody, you know, the USA is right here. So I think it's just a plain USA hoodie, and then somebody did some arts and crafts on it. And I noted that in listing. I said, I don't believe that this was manufactured this way. I think this is an art piece. We got 45 for it. But, you know, it's cool, you know. You got your golfer dude and your ball and your tee, which, by the way, that ball is humongous in comparison to the guy. Got some clubs. And then on the back, got a green with you know, I get why my client picked it. You know, it was weird, and weird sells. Weird absolutely sells. People go, well, that's different. I'll pay for it, and I got more. If I would have got a USA Golf hoodie, I said USA Golf on it, and it was licensed, maybe I get $30 for it, 25. I got this, and I'm like, this might be the only one that exists. I could be wrong. Maybe this was made. Maybe this is an art piece for USA Golf. I don't know. Or a licensed run for USA Golf. I don't think so. But that being said, there's none available. There's none on Google Images. I don't know what it is. So I priced it $50. I was like, it's weird, man. And somebody offered me 40, and you know, 45 shipped. And I'm like, yeah, dude, let's do it. And so this customer got himself a weird hoodie, and I bet you that's gonna be something where he wears it, and people are gonna be like, "Where did you get that?" He's like, "Got it on eBay." Here's a youth extra large Gophers Fred Smoot. Some graphic gloss on the nameplate. Fred Smoot doesn't have a lot of jerseys, so even though there's some graphic gloss on it, still got $20 for it. Even though it's youth, even though there's graphic gloss. But you know, when there's not a lot made of a player and you want that player and it's in your size, you just buy it. You live with a little higher price and you live with a little more on defect. Okay, well, that is what I got today. I'm going to go get this stuff all shipped out for Friday so I can close my books. And tomorrow I will be working at Absolute Sports Cards in Savage, Minnesota. If you are in South Minnesota, come in, say hi, buy a box, open that box in front of me. Last week I only saw 2 boxes get opened. I was very upset the whole way home. And one of them was hockey. I didn't even know who the big hit. I didn't even know the player. So if you're in Minneapolis and Twin Cities and you can make it to Savage, come and see me Saturday from 11 to 6 o'clock. Buy a box, open it, let me see all your goodies, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.